Reindeer in the house. You got your volume on?
Yeah.
Because it will go. "Ding."
Yeah, that's all. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun, the Benson Christmas edition. Man, the season is here. Snow coming down. It's time to be with family and friends and your children and everyone. Just do something kind for someone. You know what I mean? Go find that person that's walking alone in the snow and somebody that might be less fortunate than you are. But I hope everybody's having a blessed day. It's a great day to be alive, sober, and free. Free from the jail cell, free from addictions, and free from the trap. And I think I came across a little reindeer today. How you doing, reindeer?
Great.
Okay. Well, I want to give a special shout out to Tied for Second Sober Living and New Freedom Center. Beds are available. Just call 701-527-4000. Also, I want to give a special shout out to PRC, Prairie Recovery Center in Raleigh, North Dakota. Beds are available. Also, shout out to Preferred Heating and Air, your leading heating and air company in the Bismarck Mandan area. If you need your furnace looked at, call Preferred Heating and Air. Shout out to the F5 Project. Shout out to J Dobo, the leading spice in the land. You can get you a bottle of J Dobo either at Kirkwood Mall or at the Eagles Club tomorrow for your last minute Christmas shopping. But I got a special guest in the house tonight. I got my brother, Frank Benson. How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm glad you showed up. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Frank said his GPS took him to the old Bismarck jail. Hey, that's a true story. That's crazy, man.
Sounds sir.
How you doing?
Good, I'm good, bro.
Um, so they said that you got 27 kids, Frank. Is that true?
27.
I'm messing with you. How have you been sober and clean, Frank?
This time since August 5th of this year, 2024.
Well, congratulations, brother. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And I know a lot of your family members and people out there that love you are proud of you as well. So where are you originally from, Frank?
Twin Buttes, North Dakota.
Twin Buttes, North Dakota.
Yeah, old school West Housing.
Yep. I've always heard about Twin Buttes, but I've never seen it. You know what I mean? They always said it's that way. You know what I mean? It might be a mystical, magical island that is just out there somewhere.
That's what it used to be, man.
Yeah.
Southside was the forgotten segment.
Yeah.
That's when I was young.
When was that? 19.
90s.
Oh, oh. So how was it, Frank? You had a big family?
Yeah, I got um 6 sisters. I'm the only boy.
Yeah. And how was it growing up with six sisters? You had mom and dad growing up?
Yeah, I mean, mom, dad, and some of my sisters live with my grandma.
They used to beat you up, Frank?
No, not really, man. My sisters were pretty cool, man. They showed me how to take care of myself, I guess you could say.
Right. Um, any spiritual life growing up, traditional ways, any church,
Yeah, but like when I was young, my grandpa Edwin, he used to take me under his wing and
show you the land?
yeah, show me the way, show me the how, just the know-how until I got a little bit older and kind of went my own way and did my own thing. But
So I remember I seen a post you did a while back about your newest baby.
oh
And
yeah,
so are you a direct descendant from Chief Forebears?
yeah, I am. Yeah, it's on my, it's documented on my family tree.
Okay. And tell me a little backstory, just a quick history of who that is
He's just a warrior, Mandan chief.
in history.
Yeah, Chief Forebears, the Mandan Chief Forebears.
Yep. So the stuff people learn in the history class when they're in school,
Yeah.
It's the real deal.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a direct descendant.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's what's up, brother. I feel honored to sit here on side of you.
So
How old were you when you first tried drugs and alcohol?
I was 11 years old the first time I got blacked out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I loved it.
yeah. What you had a drinking Thunderbird or something?
Uh, Whiteport. My uncles came back from Minneapolis. And he had a trunk full of Whiteport. He told me to go get a bottle. So I went and got a bottle. And then I seen the whole case. So I grabbed two bottles and I stuck one by the porch and took one into him and
Yeah.
went
And
slammed
so
him.
that's that. You was off to the races.
Yes, sir. After that time.
Any hobbies growing up in school
Like
besides playing hooky?
where we were from, like just everything was just hunting, fishing, all that.
Yep.
Growing up doing that.
Yep. Um, when did you first get in trouble for drugs and alcohol?
Oh man, that was kind of for a while there was seemed like right away, with the law. I mean, MICs or it's right away,
Mm-hmm.
right away. Yeah, I broke into a bar one time when I was 15, and um, the guy was still in there, and it wasn't good. So um, I ended up getting caught for that. Ended up staying at SIS and then home on the range and all that until I was like almost 19. They kept me.
Oh, you was at home on the range?
Yeah,
I know somebody else that was at home on the range before.
yeah.
That's a nice hat you got there, youngster. Tell us about home on the range.
That's actually cool. I like it.
Yeah. How long were you there?
16 months.
How long were you there?
About that, 18 months.
What y'all do when y'all? How was it? Like
You,
you wake up and it's like boot camp.
Well, like the school is like segregated between like the ranch kids and the town kids.
they still call it that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like they put you in like a little room where it's like in school suspension, and then you have to like slowly be able to work out into the normal school with the normal kids.
Yeah.
And it's weird how they treat the kids that are just troubled. It's I got in trouble for hoarding lyrics. I had a bunch of lyrics because I love music, and so
Like what kind of lyrics?
System of a Down was like my favorite.
I don't even know who that is.
I like
Okay.
Eminem, and so it's
Yeah.
bad lyrics, and I had them on the servers pretty much, so I could access them on any computer in the school.
Yep.
And then they found them, and they freaking printed them out. There's just a stack of just this saying just
And what
Eminem.
what was your disciplinary action?
I got sent to the ranch. Like they had the school at the home in the range too,
Yeah.
and I got sent there. So I had to work my way back into town and then back from.
How was it for you, Frank?
It was.
They made you shave your head?
It was no man. I kind of just didn't. I did my own thing, man. I just stuck to myself. Well, I had a couple good bros out there that I'm still friends with a couple of them today. But
Did y'all go to school? Like they had school while you were there, or you were just like
they sent us
digging holes and stuff?
right to Beach High School in Beach, North Dakota. It was better than YCC. I was at YCC for a year and a half too,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was better. Home on the range is better than being out there, man. For me, anyway.
Did you finish school there?
No, I made it to my junior year, got a per cap, and thought I was freaking rich and dipped out, man.
Where you go? Where you went? Start traveling the world?
No, man, I just stuck around, started boozing, raising hell.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What's one of the craziest places you ever woke up drinking, Frank?
in jail, covered in blood, not knowing what the hell happened.
On the res?
No, in Burley County.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you were just drenched in blood?
Yeah, I had blood all over my shirt, my
Yeah.
hands, my face was sore, I did like there was blood on my shirt, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and my nose wasn't sore or nothing, my lips
Yeah.
were fat, but my face was kind of sore, so I didn't know what happened, I blanked out and
You had the red nose, huh?
yeah, man, I woke up and I didn't want to knock on the door on the door, I didn't want to because I was scared,
Yeah.
man. I didn't know what happened, so I yeah, that was probably the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you find out what happened?
Yeah, I just got into they charged me with resisting arrest. The cops are up here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's all good.
He was out there screaming,
No, I did have a chance to do that in Montana. Like I got beat up in Montana bad by the cops, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. They whooped my ass, my behind. They whooped my behind bad.
Out there trying to get the brown man.
Mm.
um. So, were you ever a traditional dancer?
Nah, man. My grandpa used to have me around the drum all the time growing up singing, but I never
Yeah.
danced. I never like my dad bought me an outfit one time, and I don't know. It just wasn't my thing, you know.
I know the first time I seen you dance was at this past summer. Was it this summer? Oh, no, it was the summer before last. And I stopped out there on the hill in Fort Yates for Sunday.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
that's different. You
yeah,
know?
I think that was when you had your surgery or before you had your
Yeah.
surgery. And boy, you was on side time, so you was two stepping. I said, look at Frank.
Johnny,
I said, Frank, get me in here.
yeah, man, it was praying hard that day.
What was the first time you tried to get sober, Frank?
When I really tried, I met a guy named Anthony. He was working for
Anthony J?
yeah,
Cadillac Tony?
yeah, he was working for Heartview, and I went in there trying to get off the needle, and that was about
You was using the needle, Frank?
yeah, I was on needle for a long time, man.
How you started doing that?
That's how I did it. That's how the first time I ever did drugs was through a needle intravenously, and I fell in love with it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was 27 years old, and I ran with that until I was 32.
You ever overdose?
Yeah, a couple times,
Yeah.
a few times actually.
Well, I'm glad you're still here, Frank.
Yeah, me too, man.
Because some people these days, it ain't good to be a drug addict or a drug dealer. I can tell you that, especially in North Dakota. They ain't playing no games with y'all. But people, you know what I mean? Like, I've literally lost in the last, I don't know, I'll say the last 3 years. I've lost at least 35 people I know. And it ain't, I mean, I'm tired of hearing about people I know dying, man. It's sad. It is, but it's the reality of this disease that we carry. So you met Anthony, Cadillac Tony.
Yeah, man, and I thought he was native. Like I thought he was full blood native,
Mhm.
and so I kind of took a liking to him, man, and he introduced me to some people around here that are into ceremonial ways, and that's kind of where I really began my connection. But that was about 13 years ago.
Yep, I met Tony 7 years ago.
That's about how long I've been fighting this beast, man.
I didn't know what he was. I know he had long curly hair and a top hat on. And he drove a Cadillac. He told me, he said, this is what he whispered to me, Frank. He said, every full moon, my hair grows an inch. That's what he told me. I was like, boy, this is a spiritual cat. I want to hang with him. How many treatments you been to, Frank?
Oh, man. Probably about 13, 14 times.
Name some of the places you've been. Same place or different places?
No, I've been all over, like Tecumseh, Adolescence.
All the ones here?
No, that one was in South Dakota. Siston, it used to be Siston, South Dakota, but I think they shut it down now. That's when I was a kid. Um, Been to CDU in Minot, Hartview, Good Road, shoot, about it. Well, Dickinson, they had a treatment center there. I can't remember the name of that one.
Did you ever try?
No, I never did, man.
I mean, you stayed sober while you was there?
Yeah, I mean, I stayed sober while I was there, but I was there because of probation or PO or just every other reason except for myself.
Any DUIs?
Man, I got numerous DUIs. Yeah, yep.
Well, you got a story to tell, brother. I'm glad you're still alive, though, because they got a lot of people that really love you, Frank.
Appreciate that, man. Them too.
So, at what point did it ever click in your mind that maybe I should try to stay sober?
It was the last time, man. August 4th, man, was the first time I really fully surrendered and committed to this. I went 7 months and then 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, but I always had that reservation in the back of my head, man. Like, man, I ain't done yet. Like, I'm still gonna get high. I just gotta get this shit straightened out. But as soon as I thought everything was straightened out, then I'd be like, all right, everything's good. I can do me.
Right.
and that was my part of my hamster wheel. The same program I always ran. But this time it's different, man. I'm diving in head first. I'm trying to get on all the, I'm trying to tell my story the most I can, best I can. Yeah, it's just committing myself, man, and surrendering every day and every morning, and realizing that step one, that I'm powerless over everything, man, myself included. Mainly myself. So I gotta watch the people, places, things, and the ideas I have of controlling my own life.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to surrender myself to my higher power every morning, man. Every day, sometimes even during the day or during,
Right.
like today was a pretty tough day for me because I guess you could say I was going through it, man. I was jonesing, man, and it was. I got so much chaos going on in my life yet, and I'm trying to get that parallel road going, and it's all windy and rough, but that's the way it's gonna be, and I just got to learn how to walk,
Right.
while it's like that.
You got a sponsor, Frank?
Yeah, I got a sponsor.
Do you pick up that 1,000 pound phone?
I mean, not all the time, but I'm trying to. His name is Justin M, and
Yeah.
he's a great guy, man. He's
I heard he was a great guy.
yeah, man.
Spirit feet.
Man. Yeah, man. He's helped me out a lot through this program, man. He's
Yep.
had patience with me, and I appreciate it, man.
So tell the people out there listening what a sponsor is, Frank.
A sponsor to me is just somebody that takes me through the book, man, and helps me figure out what the book's about, and holds me accountable, loves me when I can't love myself, and teaches me how to be somebody I want to be. Just through the book of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Right. So you're married now, Frank,
Yeah, I did, man. I got married and
and
had a
your
baby.
wife's a licensed addiction counselor.
Yeah, she's.
Boy, isn't that a godsend?
It's crazy, man. I never thought I'd be with a clean and sober woman, because
Yeah.
that was another thing of mine. Like,
You keep you in line, Frank.
oh man, she tries, God, God give her the mercy, but
Yeah.
I mean, she's an awesome woman, man. She's my best friend, and we get
Yep.
along pretty well for the most part. 9 times out of 10, we'll choose each other. But today was just one of those days where it's kind of, today
Well,
we grow.
well, you're very blessed, brother.
Yes, I am.
You
I
know, and
appreciate it.
I am as well, Derek. Anybody that has a new life, sobriety, a new start, they're blessed as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I heard you're a Vikings fan.
man, I've been a Vikings fan since I was 10 years old, man.
Who was the quarterback then?
I don't even remember now.
Thought you was gonna wear a Vikings jersey.
I thought about it, man. I thought
Yeah.
about it, but
When I was growing up, it was I think it was a black dude.
I can't remember.
It was I want to say Cunningham. He played for the Eagles.
The Cunningham, we had a Cunningham too, but I can't remember who the quarterback
So
was.
somebody comment who was the Vikings starting quarterback in the early '90s, in the late '80s.
How old was that? So I'm 43 now.
You only 43, Frank?
Yeah, 43.
Man, you a young man.
33.
I'm 42.
Are you?
Yeah. We probably grew up together, Frank. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I was a little squirrel running
For
Grace Gannon, Randall
Gannon, yeah. Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Jackman, Wade Wilson, Sean.
Jim McMahon, yeah.
I mean, I've been a Saints fan my whole life. And the Saints been losing my whole life. You know what I mean? The only time they did good is when they had Drew Brees and Peyton Manning. I mean, Sean Payton. I mean,
Drew Brees is pretty good though.
I know he was. If you look up how many records he broke, I mean, I read his book. It's pretty good. They talk about how he broke his shoulder when he played for the Chargers.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to take him back. And he went to this place and they like tested him to see like what he was allergic to. Like stuff that he didn't know, like peanuts or eggs or whatever he was eating. He was eating healthy, but his body internally was allergic to some foods. And so he started to like re-heal and regenerate himself so he could play again. I thought it was amazing how he played with them 13 cracked ribs that last season. For real, it was like he's got like 12 cracked ribs. They must have gave him some good meds. They sent him back in the game.
Man, I can relate to that. I walked around with a broken back for a year, man. I didn't know it was awesome.
How'd you do that? Fell off a horse?
No, I got inebriated one night in Montana after work and acted up. The cops came, and I just wasn't having it, man. It's like there was 8, 9 cops there. They were tossing me around pretty good.
Hmm.
You know, my back got broke.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't have to live like that no more, Frank.
Man,
Me neither.
yeah.
Um, you think the Vikings got a shot or what?
Man,
Who they play this weekend?
it's looking good. This weekend they play the Bears. They just played the Bears. I can't remember now. Um,
I know we just played the Commanders. That's who we played. Who the Vikings play?
is it
You been to a game?
Bills?
You been to a game lately?
Not lately.
You used to go? You been to a game?
Yeah, it's been good. I haven't been lately.
Seahawks tomorrow.
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like beat the Bears
Mm-hmm.
30-12.
Well, they said Kansas City they lost their quarterback, huh? That's true?
I don't know if it's true or not. I heard
Is
that.
that true?
No,
Mahomes?
it's a T-Mobile commercial.
Oh, is it?
We lost Kamara. We lost Taysom Hill. Man, we was this close to almost having a shot. But it is what it is. I mean, like I said, New Orleans been losing for centuries. I mean, it ain't no secret, you know. How do you stay sober on a daily basis? Like you said, you had a day, a part of your day. So, like this morning, like every day I wake up, Frank, I thank God for another 24 hours sober. I say thank you for this new life because I remember how my life used to be. You know what I mean? But then everything started going wrong from the time I left the house to drop off my son at school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I went to I went to get him to school. Then the gas light came on. Then somebody was calling me. Then the gas pump wouldn't work. I had to go inside, burning more time. I got a company meeting I had to be at, right? So everything just started, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
one after another. I had a delivery, and when I was going to get the forklift, the generator was getting delivered. The propane tank was empty. You know what I mean? It was just a whole bunch of but what I do, Frank, is I just stop for a second. You know what I mean? And I stop and I pause. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can see the old Frank. You know what I mean? He out there trying to fight 20 cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Do you call your sponsor or what do you do? I mean, you ain't gotta say just to make it sound good. Like, how do you get over that situation?
you know, like when situations like that pop up with me, it's like sometimes the old me kicks in and I enjoy that chaos and I enjoy that freaking ugliness and I enjoy that freaking just the feelings I get, the rush I get, you know what I mean, from being angry, uh from upset, you know, just all that negative emotions, man. I sometimes I thrive off that because that's how I used to be in my dark side, you know, when I was living in the dark side, man. That was my normal.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I want to get out of that, man, like you said, man, I pause or you know what I mean, I'll bite my cheek or I bite my tongue just to snap me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't call my sponsor as regularly or as much as I should, you know, and I really white knuckle it a lot. It's not good, but you know, then you know that's when I turn inward, man, and I reach for my for my culture, man. You know, I pray, I smudge, I go to NEPs, I do what I need to do spiritually. You know what I mean? Because if I can line out spiritually, then everything else just seems to come down to. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I ground myself. You know, when I go into a sweat, I'm at peace, man. You know, I'm where I need to be in that moment. You know, I can pray, I can let go.
I think I got some footage of you hitting the drum at the ramp. No, at the room at a conference. I think you was. I see you hitting the drum somewhere.
Yeah, maybe, man. Sometimes I sit down, you know.
Right.
Haven't been sitting at a drum for a minute, but my little guy's coming up now, so I'm gonna start singing with him a lot more, man. We got him a drum when we went to Alaska, and yeah, it's a little tiny hand drum.
How was Alaska? It looked like y'all had a blast.
Man, it was it's called the Ariga House. They call it Arga House.
What was it?
It's intense trauma training. They
Okay.
teach you how to deal with the deep deep traumas that you've been through in your life. They like bring all that ugly old stuff up, man. All the freaking beatings or you know molestations or whatever it was, you know, all
Yeah.
that dark, ugly stuff, man. They pull it up, they bring it up, and then you know they just walk you through it, man. They help you file it where it needs to be filed, man. They teach you ways to cope, to deal. You know what I mean? They teach you new strategies of how to walk through the trauma, man, when it pops up and you hit that freaking panic point. You don't know what to do, man. You know what I mean? Because that's in your heart and your mind. And they just teach you how to be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How to walk with it in a good way. And man, if anybody's looking into it, man, they pay for your flight, your hotel. They feed you 3 times a day.
Is it like for peer support or is it just for
It's for
anybody?
anybody who wants to deal with their intense traumas.
You don't have to be native. It could be
No, it
anybody.
could be anybody, bro.
Man, how many days was it?
We left on Sunday and came back Saturday. It's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 every day.
Is it like it's in a good spot,
Yeah, it's in
like
a nice
nature and
mountain.
stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what's up. What's the name of the place again?
Arga House.
Arga House.
Yeah,
You might have to check into that.
yeah. Everybody should, man. It's amazing, man.
Yep. Oh well, I mean, that sounds amazing. You know what I mean? Go heal, get a trip out of it, and get close to nature, like a retreat.
Yeah, yeah, man. Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
How many kids you got, Frank?
I got 3. I got Isabella, Quinn, and Isaac, and then I got Frank the third. 4 kids, and then I had a daughter that passed away too. So.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Um, so are you a grandpa yet?
Yep.
How's that feel?
It's amazing, man. My granddaughters love me, man. I love them. It's just, uh, yeah, man. I never thought I'd get a chance to be a grandpa. You know, it's like I can't believe I turned my life around and I'm living for the better today. You know,
Yeah,
and they're proof that it's possible, man. I'm still here. You know.
yeah. They call you Papa? What they
Yeah,
call
yeah,
you?
they call
Papa?
Papa. Yeah. I just seen my granddaughter in the mall or in Walmart yesterday. And I wasn't expecting to see her, and that's all I heard. Papa! And I turned
Yeah.
around. He's running towards me. I'm like, you know, it's got the butterflies. It's pretty intense, man.
You ever like whenever you're going through a hard time or a situation, do you ever think about them when you're trying not to do Frank stuff?
Sometimes I get to that. I get to that point, you know, like the length of this table, man, and I get right to that edge, man, and I'm looking down, and it's like, you know, try to take that deep breath, man, before I jump off. Because usually I get to that point, man, and I'm off head first, like, woo, you know. But
Yeah.
nowadays, it's like I get to that point, man, and like, yeah, I do, man. I think about the kids, I think about my grandkids, I think about my mom, my dad. You know, I think about everything instead of just being selfish and thinking about that how fun it is going to when I jump off of that bridge. You know what I mean? But
Right.
today's different, man. I don't live for the chaos or the rush or the nightmare anymore. I don't enjoy that life no more, man. I lived that life for 32 years of my
Right.
life, you know.
How it used to feel when you jump off that ledge and then you like come to, like wherever you be.
Man, see, that's like for me, like you know, I've had hours, I've had days, I've had weeks, I've had months, and I've had years of sobriety, man. You know, um, but now it's like when I jump off the bridge. When I used to jump off, my jump off would last years before I'd finally land and wake up. You know, and now it's like the August, the last relapse I had was August 4th here, August 5th, and that was just one night, man. Boom, you know. I just jumped off and landed
What
on my
happened?
feet, man. I replayed everything in my head, man, trying to figure that out, man, and I just I went back to my immature ways, man. Not, you know, I got the case of ethics, and I didn't stop myself. You know what I mean? I ran through myself, and I just gave up. You
Mm-hmm.
know, again, you know,
Right.
and I didn't use no tools. I didn't look at the book. I didn't believe in the program. I didn't believe in nothing, man, because I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the immaturity that I got that always runs to that and not care, you know, just that selfishness, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
What do you think about people that are getting sober, but they're taking like methadone and stuff like that? Do you think they're really sober, or do you think they're abusing it?
I think to each their own, you know. I'm nobody's judge, man. You know, if somebody's got to use methadone to get off freaking fentanyl until they line out, you know, that's, you know, if it's saving their life and it's keeping them alive, I mean, you know, I said do what you got to do, man, just to keep you, as long as you're going are looking in the right direction, want to do the right thing with it, then I'm for it, man. You know what I mean? Like whatever helps them. You know.
Right. Have you ever tried to sponsor somebody yourself?
Yeah, I've had a few sponsees in my time.
You've been through all the steps before?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been. Yeah, I've been to the book a lot. Man.
Yeah.
In the past 13 years, a lot.
What's some of the stuff in there that like stands out? Like some of the lines or
Um,
parts of it?
it's like what page is it? 456, where it tells you have to have
417.
417, where you have to have the slight shift of thinking.
Acceptance?
No,
No.
it's the slight shift of thinking.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That one sticks out to me.
Big man's probably watching right now, and he just said exactly what page it is.
Yeah, for real.
He probably spelled it out.
Yeah, man, that guy's a doctor of the book, man.
Yeah. The OG, triple OG.
Man.
Any big plans for Christmas?
No, man, just eat dinner and spend it with my parents. You know, I'm blessed to have both my parents in my life here. Go take their great grandkids up there and eat some dinner.
I bet you they love that.
Open some presents. Yeah, man, all sober, just
Right.
having a good time, man. Eating some food and enjoying each other's company. Clean, sober, around.
Right. What do you think about the movement right now of everybody like making it available for people to get sober or
Man,
making it cool?
there's so many options and so many places and things to go and do, man. It's amazing. Excuse me. I remember, I don't even know how many years ago it was. You go around the meetings, and me and Venancio were the only natives in these meetings around here, man.
Hmm.
And it was a different era, man. It was different times, man. And now just seeing all these meetings just flooded with people from all over the nations, it's pretty amazing to see, man. It makes my heart happy, just like
Right.
I've seen some numbers for the Healing Hearts Lodge. They're having an 85% success rate of women staying clean and sober.
That's what's up.
With their children. I mean, that's a big number, man.
Yep.
That makes me feel proud. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
like, man, that's my people over there doing that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah. That's why where I went to sober living at Hope Manor, they kind of had a good blueprint. You know what I mean? They had a good blueprint for the sober living houses, and I feel that they kind of paved the way a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, man.
People can say what they want to say, but
Yep.
I'm thankful for that place. You know what I mean? I'm forever grateful. I got love for everybody in recovery. You know what I mean? Everybody that's doing something positive,
Heck yeah.
and helping people save their lives. It's a lot of people doing it now. It's a lot of people in different organizations and all kind of stuff. And if everybody would just stay and come together like it's supposed to be as unity, I think it'll be more powerful than ever.
See, and that's what I'm seeing that, man. Like people in Grand Forks and Fargo, South Dakota. I mean, everybody's just starting to network and
Hmm.
become one huge freaking, like you said, the unity is getting amazing, man.
Right. Because it's all about helping the next person. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's not about money. It's not about power. It's about helping somebody and getting them to have a relationship with their God.
See, that's the cool part that I like, man. That the equalness, man.
Yeah.
There's none of us that's higher than the next, man. We're all one. It's all one level playing field.
Right.
No matter your degree or your how freaking homeless you were. You know what I mean? None of that even matters, man. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, we're all striving, fighting for the same thing, man. That's for the next 24, man.
Right. Well, amen to that. Frank, what's your favorite TV show of all time?
2.5 Men, man. I could watch that
Yeah.
24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you. You know what I mean? Trying to raise a baby.
It's a good show, man. Yeah.
What's your favorite meat? Like out of beef, elk, or buffalo?
I'd have to say elk meat is my favorite.
Yeah, I like elk meat too.
Yeah,
Anything lean, I like all three of them.
ground
You know
elk
what I mean?
is just awesome, man.
Yeah.
Elk steaks are good.
I want to get me a wagyu roast from the butcher in Moffett, but they ran out. So I'm just gonna give me I'm gonna go somewhere else and get one.
They got Wagyu over at Butcher Block. I just saw that yesterday.
And man, there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go holler at them tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep. Because for me, beef, that's good. I mean, especially a roast you put in the crock pot, man, you can't beat that. You know what I mean?
And when it comes down to it, man, whatever's in front of me, I'm gonna eat. You know what I mean? Like,
See, I'm not lying, Frank. The most thing I struggle with in my life now is weight. You know what I mean?
man, yeah, for
For real. So 270 a year ago, and then I tried the 3 meals you eat like Optavia. No, it's 5 in 1. You eat 5 of these little snacks a day, and then you eat 1 meal. Then I lost 30 pounds, and then I gained it back. And then I started fasting. But fasting at first was like, it was making me angry. You know what I mean? Like, because don't tell me I can't, you know what I mean? Like, and then I tried that a couple times, and then I tried some shots. You know what I mean? The shots that they got.
Oh, that was Ozempic or whatever?
No, not that one. It's called Pound.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yep. And that one really worked. I mean, I got down to 203.
Really?
Yeah. It's expensive though. But it really worked. You want to get ready for summer, go ahead and hit you some shots.
No.
But
Basically, what it comes down to is just portion control, man. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's we addicts and alcohol.
addicts and alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I wake up eat a whole box of cereal.
for real. Yeah. My kids,
In the middle of the night.
my kids clown on me, man. You know those rice maker bowls?
Yeah.
That used to be my cereal bowl, man. I dump a box of cereal in there and fill it up with milk and see that shit.
Yeah. Frank, have you ever left the country?
Nope. I can't.
You can't?
No.
Man, if there's a will, there's a way. You can't never say can't. You know what I mean?
I've
If you
seen a
could,
lot of the U.S., though. I've traveled a lot of the U.S., but I've never been outside of the U.S.
if you could visit anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh man, I'd have to say freaking can't remember the name of it now, man. The bayou, not the bayou. It's the ocean.
Think about it.
Me and my brother want to go there, but yeah, I can't remember the name of it now.
It's an ocean somewhere.
Yeah, it's the ocean.
Okay.
White sand, all that.
Yeah, white sand in the ocean. So if y'all know what Frank's dreams is and his fantasies, it's got white sand in the ocean. Did you finish all the Christmas shopping, Frank?
Yep, done.
At least you're on top of it.
Done.
Did you wrap them or did you get it?
Man,
Did you stop where they wrap it for you?
if I'm rapping, I'm buying bags, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't no rapper.
Frank said he don't rap. He just
No,
wrote the bags. Is there any like tradition in the Benson household that y'all do on Christmas? Like, or a dish? Like something like, you know how people just got that, oh, we're gonna light the star together, or there's a certain dish that's cooked at every Christmas.
No, man, we never grew up like that.
No?
No, we just eat, man, and open gifts. You know,
Yep.
watch the game.
You got any shout outs, Frank?
Mom, dad, all my kids that's watching, all my 27 kids that's watching. Yeah.
He said it's 27 kids that's watching. Uh, if you had if you had any wise words to anybody out there that's thinking about getting sober, thinking about not being sober, if you had any wise words, what would you say?
Keep coming back,
Keep coming back.
cause you're worth it.
You are worth it.
There is a way, man. And that's what it took for me to understand that. If there is a will, there is a way, man. You know what I mean? I will quit and I will find a way, man.
Yeah.
So
It works if you work it.
yeah, man. So work it because you're worth it.
Yeah. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Man, I ain't really into Christmas music, man.
No?
No.
You ain't out there Christmas caroling, Frank?
No. You know when I was a kid, my auntie had me out there doing that. We go around in a truck with the hay bales and do that.
Yeah. Roll that beautiful Christmas music there, DJ. Well, I hope everybody has a safe Christmas. Be careful on the roads out there if you're traveling. If you're going visit family, there's reindeer out there. I heard that there's all kind of reindeer that hit highways. So be careful out there, and just remember, who are you helping? You know what I mean? Is it all for you, Think about other people during this holiday season. Even if you don't talk to a family member anymore, if you don't talk to somebody, reach out to them. You know what I mean? Just say Merry Christmas. How you doing? You know what I mean? Be nice and stop talking about people. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna leave this last session to my little reindeer. Go ahead, hit it, reindeer. Were you good this year? Did you make the good or the naughty list? Frank, did you make the good or the naughty list?
Man, I hit the maybe list.
The maybe list. Happy holidays, everybody, from Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays. Shout out to Time for Second Sober Living, New Freedom Center, the F5 Project, PRC Resurrection Tattoo, the House of Fade, Treasures of the Sea and Earth. Shout out to Cornerstone Woodworks. Shout out to NDSP, all the correctional facilities, Hip Hop and Hope. I hope everybody has a blessed holiday.
Can you say something?
Amen.
Go ahead.
Merry Christmas.
Good job.
Merry Christmas.
That's like
Hi.